Okay, here we go, trying to see what the temperature on an original XY monitor, temperature on the deflection transistors. I turned the monitor on, or the game on, it's running, but right now I've just got it hooked up, you can see here, I've got it hooked up to my extension cable. You can see that right over here coming up. I'll show you that in a minute. So I've had it running here for, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, enough to get it warmed up. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is, if you can see this right here, this is a FLIR handheld micro bolometer. It's used for doing spot temperature measurements. So if you want to check it out and see, what it does is it sends out a couple of little IR pointer. Let me see if I can do this here, if you can see it. Let me turn it on. Here, there it is. It's hard to see the lens on there. Anyway. See if I can get it focused a little bit better. There. So what it does is it will, you can see my reflection in there, but focus that. So what it kind of does is you can see the two dots right there. It will give you a temperature in between those 2 points, and it's accurate up to 10 inches away for high accuracy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run this little unit here and see what it does. Alright, so just to show you here, okay, there's the two dots. So temperature at that point there, let me see if I can get it to focus. Come on, it's hard to focus. 65 degrees, but the accuracy is way off at that distance. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up a little closer. So if we come around here, and you can see the monitor is working, and so what we want to look at, okay, so as you can see, I can pick anything I want in here. You know, what do I want? Right there's a ceramic capacitor. Okay, or I can pick and choose, there's another ceramic capacitor, or I can pick and choose anything I want in this little area right here. So this is what I'm going to do. So I think what we want to check is we want to check these case transistors right here. So we're going to check those out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point it on here, and let's see how well we can see an image here. So if I can focus. Okay, so on the spot temperature right here, see if I can get it on there. Come on, it's just hard to focus. Okay, we're hitting around 102. Right about there. So depending on where I point it, 109, 108, 111. So let's see if I get closer here. Okay, so as you can see, okay, I've got this thing here, like here, let's do it this way here. Okay, so you can see I've got it right here, and we'll go down. Just hard to get it so you can see here. So see, so we're hitting about 112, 111, 114, 116, 19, 121. So depending on about where I put it, you can kind of get an idea. And if you're looking at it here, I'm about maybe 4 inches out. And if we come back over here and take a look at, I don't know, let's see. That's a ceramic capacitor. Doesn't look like the transistors are getting too hot on those. And the low voltage section, see right here. You come in over here. See, we're just kind of shooting somewhere in the low voltage section here. We're about 106, 104. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at. And again, if we come over to the HV, right in here, I mean, let's see, it's just hard to do this at the same time. HV 104, 110. So it all depends on what component, you know, the ceramic capacitors, lieback, and all that stuff. See, that's see, I'm out on the flyback, or near the flyback there. Just hard to see. There we go. So that kind of gives you an idea in that area right there of what we're looking at. So there's just a quick test of temperature measurements on the case transistors. Now I didn't do the bottom, I didn't do the other ones. I mean, we're probably looking at about the same. So if we were to see if we can get this on here, about 119, 120, 26, 130, there we go. So that kind of gives you an indication of, in that area right there, about 128, 130, 133. There you go. Pretty toasty. Pretty toasty. So that's just a quick one. Thanks. And we'll get the reproduction prototype one in there shortly.